If older people don't listen to younger people, they become slow amongst older people. When younger people don't listen to older people, they become slower amongst younger people. If young people would listen to older people, they move faster amongst younger people because you got advanced knowledge.
Right.
And when older people listen to younger people, we move faster in the older world because you got knowledge. So when we listen to each other, we all grow, and that's called culture.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, sexy.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather.
Any type of
People
weather.
talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Your
Man, clown me
heartbeat.
if you want, I'm sticking to my guns.
sticking to
And
my
when
guns.
December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Whoa. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Takeover Legends. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, Wednesday, June 4th. Let me see if I read that right. Did I read? I might have read the degrees wrong. Hold on. I might have read the degrees wrong on my phone. Hold up. Wait a second. Did I read? It's supposed to be 87 degrees. It's supposed to be 87 degrees today? Today? This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for the summertime heat. This is what I've been waiting for. People, I know some of y'all, hey, it's too hot. Shit your ass up. I kept all the memories of the freezing cold, the snow, the wind. The wind. I kept all that. I kept all that in my memory bank. I told myself, don't you forget going to your car shivering. I just bundling up like an eighth grader, like a third grader, having to bundle up. Sitting in your car miserable because you know you got to park and then walk into your job. I remember, oh, you better not complain about the heat. You better not complain about the heat. I don't want to hear no complaints. I put that in my memory bank when I took that snow blower out there and I was shoveling snow and well, not shoveling, but whatever, blowing snow, super pause and doing the snow thing and revving stuff up and charging things and having to make sure I cleaned out the driveway and the sidewalk and all that good stuff. Damn it, man. Not forgetting. I've been waiting for this summertime heat. I've been waiting for the heat. T-shirts and shorts. That's it. If you got to get dressed to go to work and you got to put some, I feel bad for you, but I'm not one of them folks. I ain't got to wear a tie. My bad. I apologize. Well, no, I don't apologize for shit, but I feel my heart goes out to you. But I've been waiting. I know I wasn't built for the cold. The shivering cold and the ice rain and the ice and the weather people on TV looking like they excited. Talking about, chance of 6 to 7 inches of snow Wednesday through. It is going to be 87 degrees out there today. Jay Black is in the building. It's about to be 87 degrees outside. Jay Black. Good morning, everybody. I better not hear one freaking complain about no heat. You better remember how vicious this winter was and the cold that we had to go through. You better remember. You better get your hydration on, get your water bottles out, keep them cold, get your Stanley thermos or the bootleg Stanley thermos. Just get a thermos to keep your water cold, put a bunch of ice in it and shut your ass up on here. Too hot.
So it's officially summer. Is the summer on the East Coast now?
It's officially summertime, 87 degrees.
Well, y'all like that in Texas all the time, right? Y'all always hot in Texas,
What's
right?
it was that's the one thing I miss.
Morning, Afro Queen.
Man, damn it, man. Gonna be hot out here, Jay. It's gonna be hot. Jay not a hot person. He don't like the hot weather. Jay, they want him to. I don't think Jay would. He not.
No, I like the 80. I like a solid 75 to 80 with the light breeze. Yeah, I don't do too hot. I don't like too cold. I just like it right nice. Unless I'm on the island somewhere, then I can deal with it a little bit more. Kirsten, good morning, Kirsten. Ash Bash, what up, Ash?
I think I just saw a clip from Monty because Monty comes on 8 o'clock and she's about to. Oh man,
Jeanette's up. Good morning, Jeanette. Monty got some controversial clips.
No, she's bringing up a topic we did, and we got to revisit the transphobic comments of Just Allah. She got the clip.
We want to talk about Just. She maybe have a different spin. She may have a different take on it. Good morning, Asha.
That's weird because I got another transgender clip here of winning a competition. Ashley, what up?
They love me in these streets, Newman. Who I missed? Let me keep
get everybody's good morning in.
Good morning, Nikki, White Chocolate.
Go ahead, go. Say go mingle with them. I gotta record.
You gotta record. What? All right.
I gotta get the
Tawana Coleman. Good morning, Tawana. Jersey's in the building. We got Texas, we got Jersey, we got Philly. We got all parts of it. We got DC, Maryland, DMV with Afro Queen, Jeanette. We even got upstate, the mountains, up PA, deep in the mountains. We reaching mad people. Where's Africa at? Where's the bull from? The other guy, white bull. Not white bull. My bad. Sometimes I just be talking. I love every season except winter. Okay, Ash like everything but winter. She likes spring. She likes fall.
I feel you.
I should say what up to everybody. I love the heat. I'm a June baby. All right, she likes the heat. She likes the summer. I'm with you, JB. Not too hot. Yeah, not too hot. Not too cold. But the island breeze is with the ocean. Whoosh, I'm looking forward to our vacation this year, our anniversary trip.
Wait a second. Jay talking about his vacation. He need vacation music.
Yeah, that's the island vibe. Island man. Hey, we out here with a beautiful day. Yes, enjoy the waves, the breeze, the oceans, man. Yeah. You want some of this herb? I don't know what they call it out in the islands. You want some of this marijuana? It's legal everywhere now, though. Good morning, Diane. Diane's up. Don Page. What up, Don Page? Hope you're hanging in there, Don. I hope you're hanging in there. Hopefully you got
situation. Good, Don. You're good.
Yeah, stay positive. Stay out there. Keep pushing. We all got some bad days. We all got some good days. Pam just popped up to say, hey, I'm still at work. Keep working. You can only count on yourself, Don. Don't be trying to rely on these women out here. Miss Clark, she's saying what up to you.
Yeah, what just happened? Why did women slander just come? Why did women slander just hit off like that?
Because they be putting Don through it, so I just need them to know. Yeah. You know, sometimes you gotta breathe life into people. Sometimes you gotta let them know. Don't get caught up.
Into people to kill other people. Can't trust these hoes, Don. Can't trust these hoes. I love to hear. I think I must really be from the Caribbean or the motherland. You have to be, Tawana. You know, I'm with you, fellow Pisces. I love the heat. I love the hot. Yes, I do. Go ahead. Talk to Don Page. Don Page is gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right, Don. Yeah. What else we got going on? Yeah. If Miss Clark found love, Don, and you wasn't here yesterday, anybody can find love. Anybody.
Why did you say anybody can find love and Miss Clark can find love? Why would you come at her next?
I'm trying to be positive. You just you get me back from
Miss Clark can find love. Anybody can find love. If Miss Clark can get a man on the beach to walk her into the water, anybody can. Damn, Miss Clark. Represent yourself, Miss Clark. Jay Black just went left.
Johnny from Australia. That's what I was thinking about. And we got BC from Africa. We got Johnny from Australia. We hitting the but thank you, Miss Parker. See, we was connected. Like, see, Mike, you highlighting stuff. She go, what? Like, no, it wasn't like that.
Miss Clark. Jay Black was trying to trying to give Don Page some motivation on women. And he was like, listen, if Miss Clark can find love, anybody can. Now, this is a quote. That's what he said. What does that mean?
Because he wanted to be paid from Tawana. He ain't making her gig for somebody. He getting me back from yesterday. But good morning, Rashida. Miss Clark found love out on the boat on the island of Bermuda on her cruise, and I was showing
if anybody can find love.
That's all. If
Miss Clark can find love, anybody can find love. That's exactly what he meant. That's what he said.
No, Nikki wasn't like that, Nikki. Y'all know sometimes I blurt things out I shouldn't say out loud. Did you watch the Pee Wee Herman thing? I almost watched it.
That's what I wanted to watch last night.
I watched it. Then I felt kind of weird. Like, should I be watching a Pee Wee Herman documentary?
I feel so bad for the hypocrisy on how we did him dirty. We did him so dirty.
No, but wasn't he like a pedo or something?
He got caught in what was he doing? He got caught in one of them old school porn movie theaters. Back in the day, they said, which now we realize how nasty a porn movie theater was. And that's back in the day, yeah.
So that made him bad because when he was by himself, when he with a chick.
No, he went. He got caught up in there.
No, not like that, Jeanette, Miss Clark. No, it wasn't like that. I was just trying to breathe life into somebody else. I didn't mean to. No, forgive me.
He came for you something crazy. It was ridiculous.
Catching strays. No, it wasn't like that. LaShawn, see, here you go, starting. But the Pee Wee Herman thing, I went to go watch it. I started it. My son came out and said, "Who is that?" And I said, "It's an old." And then I was like, I don't know what they're gonna play, what they're gonna talk about. I said, "Well, there's a guy back in the day that used to host these TV shows for kids. Like it was Pee Wee Herman." And then Lady Q said, "No, he was a pervert. He was doing stuff in the movie theater, whacking out whatever." I was like, "Well, that." A lot of people do stuff in movie theaters.
It was legal. It was a legal movie theater that they used to have all over New York, all up and down 42nd Street and all that other stuff. He got caught up in there doing something that everybody does at their majority of people do at their home. And then it ruined his career because they exposed him. And then it was a whole tragic thing. He went from one of the biggest stars in America simply because he did that. Think about what people do now. Jay Black, those straight bullets be flying with you.
No, Asha. Afro Queen too. No, stop. Yo, we on the same show. Oh, it was the Peep Show. It was a Peep Show. That's what.
Yeah, whatever. A Peep Show, a movie theater, or whatever. They had him across the street from Caroline's, the comedy club.
His theater. Lady, she said, I said, wait, don't people do that? No, that means you're a special kind of person if you do that in the theater, huh? That makes you wrong.
It was the 90s. Them theaters were all up and down.
She said anybody that have sex in a public place like that, in the movie theaters and all that, like that, where other people can see you, is something she was saying. Like
whatever she said, just put me under that label. Put me under that label.
So you'll be in the theater getting in it?
Planes, trains, and automobiles, baby. Put me in. Put me in. Put me in.
Look, who has sex in the movie theater? Look, here we go. Jay Black always goes to her left. She said that. Have y'all ever had sex in a movie theater? If y'all is a safe space, be honest. If y'all want to be honest, if y'all ever had sex.
Hold on. Time for action.
Thanks you for joining the Takeover Legends. It's time for No Lies Detected.
Right here.
I want to see y'all live. Go ahead, Jay. Ask the question. I want to see y'all live. I gotta.
If y'all honestly, if y'all any kind of sex, it could be one way, two way,
public,
any kind of sexual act. Have y'all ever done that in the movie theater? Compared to Pee Wee Herman is where this all came about. Good morning, BC. Africa's up with us in the building. Leg saying what up to BC. Random Rick. I know Random Rick. He always honest. Pee Wee was doing who's next? LaShawn. I used to do the Pee Wee Herman dance. Yes, now that's what we know about Pee Wee Herman. The dance. That was our era growing up. Do the Pee Wee Herman. That was a big deal doing the dance. Tawana, Jay, Mike, you would have what's she saying, Mike?
Mike would have been my top guest. He since is flaked out. Is cool. I still have 15 guests for the panel. Lineups from NFL producers to influencers, business owners is still gonna rock. Y'all gonna do a great job.
Imagine the politicking and no, not Mike. He said, not for my friends, unless there's some money involved. Yeah, now get me back to that. Yeah. Voyeur and expensive. Oh, that's what they call it. So those people that have sex like in movie theaters, those are the titles for them. exhibitionist.
It's called You Ain't Got Nowhere Else to Go. How about that? That's what it's called. You ain't got nowhere else to go.
What Craig said. Paul,
He was choking his chicken, all the money he had, couldn't get a girl. If it wasn't for his fame, we never would have known. We never would have known. He was Pee Wee Herman. Do you know how hard it is probably to get a girl, and the role you had to play was Pee Wee Herman? People didn't probably look at him as a catch, even though women were dumb because he was one of the biggest stars in America. Remember the girls in the box? You needed them quarters. Oh, yes, I remember that.
In them box, and you needed them quarters.
They had them type of strip clubs. They were weird. They had them all
the
down.
peep shows where you put the money in the slot and then you get to see some stuff.
Yeah, they had them all up and down Admiral Wilson Boulevard until one of the conventions came, Republican convention or Democratic convention came to Philly, and they removed them all. That's why I never sit in the
back row of a movie theater.
Why is that? What you know about that row? What's good with that row?
Let
me make sure.
Mike, you was in the peep show? Mike, you was in the peep show on 42nd Street?
Was you in the peep show? Yes, before it got, yes, absolutely. That was a spot that every comedian was right across the street. We went to an autograph signing. Let me tell you something. We did a show at Caroline's Comedy Club. God Rest the Dead. Angela Lozada was there, and there was a packed house, and there was a lady inside the it was in the audience, and one of the comedians was talking to her, and we found out she said that she was an adult film star. We were like, oh, so when somebody admits to that in the audience, obviously comedians start getting interested and start talking to her. Well, anyway, at the end, I realized there were people going to her table, like asking her, hey, like not taking pictures because we didn't have the capability of phones, but like asking for autographs and stuff like that. She came to the back. She said, I wasn't lying. She told all of us. And I was like, wow, I had never met somebody who was a part of that industry. Well, across the street, she said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how famous I am. Across the street, and Caroline's was right there on Times Square. It was like a block down. You could see the middle of Times Square, the famous ball dropping and all that. She walked us across the street. Her poster was on the window. When she walked in, the owner looked like Michael Jordan just walked in. She walked in, and the owner was like, oh, my God. So-and-so and so-and-so. Yes, them things was all up and down before Disney took over and Disney wiped everything out. Now, I'm not mad. They should have taken it out. It was nasty. It was a peep show. That kind of stuff happens at a peep show.
Now, you said not lying. She wasn't lying. Speaking of not lying, I asked for this. I said, hey, let's be honest. Have we ever done anything in the movie theater? And if anybody I can count on is Nikki White Chocolate.
Okay, Nikki White Chocolate. Well, all right.
Give her she's honest.
She's honest.
She said what she said.
She's honest.
Sloppy toppy. She said, look, hey, I'm an adult. Sloppy. Hey, this is what happens. Mike, you call it oral presentations. Nikki did an oral presentation. Oral presentation at the movie theater. Thank you for being honest. Oh, Craig being honest too. Look, Craig saying being honest about something. What Craig said. Craig said, be honest. I had a girl. Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, hey, Craig honest too.
Being honest at wait. Hood of the car. What? Hood of the car.
It just sounded a little bit vulgar. It sounded when you say bent over. Like,
hey, you want to see a smooth Casanova? Bent over. I don't know where we're going with this. I had a whole bunch of stuff, but since y'all done said it all.
No, Monica, good morning.
Ask Monica the question. Monica need to know. She want to know the question.
Now, we were talking about Pee Wee Herman earlier and what he did in the movie theater, and they just came. We're all adults. If people have relations, any kind of relations in the movie theater. I was just curious before we get going, but that was it. BC from Africa saying what up to everybody. Appreciate that. Good morning. We should talk about Africa. What about Africa, BC? Is there ever anything you want to talk about Africa? Let us know. We'll set up a show. Nikki, Legs, Mike. I think what? Mike, I think that you came to Carolina.
I came to see you at Caroline's and then to Ruby Woo's next door. Missed those spots. Oh, they used to be next door. Yep. You should have me on the show.
Me on the show. Oh, you want to talk about what y'all do in Africa? Y'all got movie theaters in Africa?
This guy, man.
They got them out there? Yes. Do they? Oh, wait. Here we go.
Oh, presentation. Yes, that's what I called it for the radio. Because, back then the radio.
That's why you get extra butter on the side.
That's why you get extra. But oh my God, y'all are childish today. Y'all are child. Let me see.
Either way, I always put the link up. Let's go. Where you going? You said you got a bunch of stuff.
All right, I only got the first clip from Monty. I think Monty's gonna have to just do the first clip. Because I can't. We gotta start the show. All right, so we got lies detected. We got trifling, scandalous stuff that just is no. We got horrible moms. We got fellas talking about how you can detect the evil women. I don't know, but we'll start with this. So things are getting crazy in the NBA. Things have always been crazy in the NBA. They just don't tell us. And there wasn't TMZ in the 90s.
What up, Super?
What up, fella? What up, Super? So Doug Christie was married to Jackie Christine, I guess Jackie Christina or whatever.
Jackie Christie.
Jackie Christie.
Yeah, married.
And a whole bunch of stuff popped off. They got the divorce. They're in a divorce. And we thought that was it and whatever. Well, there's more to it. There's more to the story. And listen, I don't care about this, but I'm gonna play it for you. This is Doug Christie. Y'all know him from. Y'all don't even remember that he played basketball and he's been a coach and all. Y'all don't even care. Y'all just know from the reality shows, from Love and Hip Hop, or Housewives of whatever the hell. So this is a little something, and then I'm gonna show you how this is not unusual in the NBA. But go ahead. This is the first.
When the man you betrayed files suit you for every dollar, every lie, every year you stole from him, just started the most explosive legal action in reality TV history, aiming at his own team member and wife. Doug didn't cry. He didn't beg. He lawyered. Now Jackie, Christie, and Chris Webber are formally being sued for paternity fraud, identity deception, emotional distress, and over $4,600,000 0 cents in damages. After DNA bombshell confirmed Chris Webber is the real father of Jackie's daughter. This is about papers, contracts, back child support, and the legacy they sought to pilfer. Not only about betrayal now. Jackie's brand is failing, Chris's sponsorships are vanishing, and Chantel finds herself caught between two last names, one courtroom, and a lie that never stops widening. Doug was quiet for 2 decades. Today, he is coming for everything. The court system is open since this is not only payback. This is the official reckoning of Jackie Christie's empire. One thing is to be betrayed. Another is to discover the daughter you reared for 20 years was never yours. Then to be publicly humiliated and misled by your wife and subtly teased by your own teammate, Doug. Christie was about to sue them both into the ground, not about to just walk away. Now the court records are public. Originally filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court, the lawsuit resembles the storyline of a Netflix courtroom drama, only this is not fiction. This is Doug, Christie against Jackie, Chris Webber, and Christie's boss. The charges have nuclear resonance. Allow me to dissect it here. Doug is suing Chris and Jackie for intentional emotional distress and paternity fraud. Civil identity manipulation, public misrepresentation for financial gain, and indeed, retroactive financial damages going back 20 years. Total amount sought for $600,000, 0 cents. And yes, Doug's lawyers say that number could rise as new evidence surfaces.
So that's a scandal that's going on. Not only Jack and Doug are still married, but this Chris Webber thing. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, wow, that's crazy. Chris Webber's the father of the kid. Damn, they was in the league together.
Is this all alleged? Alleged?
I saw a bunch of stories on this, but I know one story I'm about to tell you that's not alleged. I know one story. Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll see. We'll
phony to me.
They always seem funny.
Damn.
And the funny thing is that she was the wife that would go on the road with Doug Christie to prevent him from cheating. That was a legendary story before the reality show that was being talked about. Doug has been plotting. Yeah, Doug and Chris are getting divorced, and the baby is Chris Webber's. I've been out the loop. But this ain't the first.
I'm gonna say alleged. I don't know if this has been validated. I don't know if this is just one of them. You know how people do stories. I don't know how true this is. When Mike saw him and Fearless, Dr. Smith were talking about this shit like yesterday, I was like, I don't know about this.
Well, there was a basketball player, Hall of Fame basketball player named Steve Nash, who won back-to-back MVPs.
White boy Steve Nash, familiar with him.
Played for the Phoenix Suns. I can't find anything on the internet except the blogger on YouTube or Facebook. And this one right here.
Research department.
This was.
Oh,
Let me
20
see.
years is a long time to hurt. Yeah, 20 years to be married. They've been married since 96.
So this is Steve Nash. This is his story on finding out thing about his wife. Now, just pay close attention. I'm going to play this twice. And this is Steve Nash right here. This is Steve Nash.
Steve Nash, as a teammate at the Phoenix Suns, had a little something going on with none other than Nash's wife, Alejandra Amaria. Talk about crossing some serious boundaries, right? Well, it gets crazier because just a day after Alejandra gave birth, Nash filed for divorce. And the reason behind it? Nash believed that the baby was not his, but Barbosa's. Ouch! Because the baby comes into the world and guess what? It's black. And trust me, that's not the worst part. Because after getting a DNA test done on the baby, Steve found out that even Barbosa wasn't the father. Instead, turns out Jason Richards...
This is my first time hearing this shit.
So let me tell you, Barbosa was the guy that he thought was the father of his wife's child. So they did a DNA test and came to find out it was the other teammate, Jason Richardson's child.
You trying to say NBA wives and chicks be cheating with other players?
What? What? Yo, I'm only giggling because I know I'd be distraught. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, wait a minute. The one thing I think is fake because when I searched, I saw a story that said Jay Crisino was sentenced to life in prison. It could be anything. I know the Steve Nash thing has been the NBA story for years. And somebody finally put that thing on the internet. But hey, what you gonna do? I think I'll give you some messiness.
Yeah, we like messiness. I like messiness.
It's black. You know, it's
The
black.
baby came out black, so it can't be Steve Nash's.
It's black.
Well, according to if people debate me on, well, you never know who's the family tree and the line, and this it can have this and that, and just because. Come on now.
And I ain't laughing because I them NBA wives ain't shit. None of them. Listen, man.
Black. Who that baby pappy? How that baby pappy, sir? It's like what the Life the movie.
It's black.
Baby came out black.
The baby. It's black. Imagine somebody knows it's black. I'm the father of this.
I'm the father of that baby.
Boss.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing, Trendsetter.
People having affairs with each other in the NBA, how shot. And then, but see, this is the thing. A lot of people don't understand that the personal lives of these players in different is what really ruins their career. So when you look at something like a team not performing the way you think they should perform, there's probably something behind the scenes that we're never going to know about. We're never going to know about. Like Anthony Edwards, listen, Oklahoma Thunder, great team, great defensive team, great offensive team, all around great team. But Anthony Edwards had a horrible series. At some point, some of this stuff that goes on in your personal life starts to catch up. When you got the babies and you trying to pay 18 years at one shot and you saying you don't want to have anything to do and you got the drama in your life, it's going to affect your profession at some point, whether you know it or not. She might have black people in her family. Yeah. I don't know if she got black people in her family, but she has some black people in her. They're black.
Big boss pop. You're talking about the clip from the movie Life.
This would shake up the basketball wise if this was true. While Evelyn was trying to prove Jackie was a prostitute, you think would have uncovered her daughter not being Doug's, and this may not be true. Who knows? Who cares? Why are y'all trying to have morals and all type of media etiquette on these bitches? Like, we
now we want to be reporting correctly. Now we want to make sure.
That's
why we say allegedly. We might find these clips.
Be true. It would have been. Listen to their source. It would have been on Housewives. It would have been on Housewives if it was true. Oh, that's your go-to. Like LeBron James' mom allegedly. Yes, that's why the
Remember they
Delonte
was
West
saying that,
he
LeBron
got
mom.
ran out the league. We know that was true. We'll say allegedly for the element. Black
Black by
injection.
injection. Good
Yo.
morning, Q. A
What up,
gamer, a
Q?
mom, a realtor, a Philly John. What up? I like
All right,
that.
Q. Everybody say what
I
up,
like
Q. She
that.
said,
I
I've
like
never
that,
seen
Q.
that combination. I've seen the gamer. I've never seen gamer, mom, realtor, and Philly John. I like that description. And that's
What
a
up?
whole lot. Go ahead, Q. What's going on? Let me give you a round of applause. I like
You
that
give
whole.
you a round of applause. Okay.
I like that whole description.
And she's,
that was good.
look, she's covering half her face now. Like you just see just the
Yeah.
lips. She's
He
covering
was
it.
like, you get these bottom lips right here. That's all you get is these bottom lips right here. Q, we don't know if you're single or not, so please don't be offended by anything we say. But it's not Friday. I normally do this on Friday, but since you just want to show bottom lips, take this. We don't know if you're in a relationship. If you are bad. We're kidding. Q morning. All right. Good morning.
He's saying good morning to Q.
You,
Sean cracking up.
say what's up to Q.
She's screaming, laughing at you.
Yeah, just in case, Q. We don't know if you're in a relationship. We don't know you're trying to be mysterious. But when people get mysterious like that, I'm thirsty in this street. In these streets, baby.
Jackie's gonna be on House of Villains season 3. Okay. Did y'all
Yeah.
watch the show, House of Villains?
I can't believe these people with no talent have had careers for so long. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. We got New York, Tiffany Pollard. She's gonna be on there. I was like, she's still around from Flavor of Love.
I remember we exposed her on Jonesy's show for lying about going to Syracuse.
She lied about her college.
She lied going to Syracuse. Jonesy was like, what dorm?
Jonesy went to Syracuse, legit.
Jonesy went to Syracuse. Oh, you went to Syracuse? Word. Name of the show should be Basketball XYs. Ain't none of these heifers still married. Facts on facts on facts.
Facts, Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Jefferson in the building. He came in hot, and these heifers ain't still married.
Heifers. He called them heifers.
That's old school. I like the old school.
He's in his 40s, maybe young 50s.
Yeah, he was in his 40s. He talking about heifers, smoking reefer. It's all good. He got pistols.
You digging what he putting down?
You digging what he putting down? Maybe grab my pistol. I love it, Mr. Jefferson. I'm 54. I'm with you. I'm with you right there.
You just joined us, Michael Sean of the Takeover Legends. Safe space, Mike. We say whatever's on our mind, even if we disagree with each other. But hey,
people new to the show. This is open dialogue. Just understand, people are gonna come back at you. We try and put all the comments up there.
You nailed it, Mike.
Mr. Jefferson, you know what it is.
Call somebody a heifer.
We don't be doing this hookah nonsense. We gonna hookah. We gonna smoke a blunt or we gonna smoke a Newport? What are you talking about? We doing hookah. There's a hookah section. Ain't nobody giving a damn about hookah. I gotta bring a tip. Pause. What are you talking about? You got your own tip? Yes, I got a tip. No, put on a hookah.
TV queen. Yeah, New York.
First of all, stop calling her a reality TV queen. Stop. She was in Flavor of Love. Stop giving these heifers these labels. She another zero talent. Mr. Jefferson is my sergeant. What up, Sergeant? Oh, Mr. Jefferson.
Oh, shit. Okay. Say what? Okay. We
got the whole squad
black cop. Okay.
Sing the whole song.
No, we show love to the Popo. Okay. Cypher be telling people about the show. That's dope. Good morning, Stacey.
So Mr. Jefferson and what was her name? Q. If somebody says something that really like is a drop the mic situation, or we really want an exclamation point, we play this drop. Sometimes when a woman says a comment, there's somebody in the comment who's thinking to say this. So when we feel that they're thinking it, we play it further.
Girl, shut the up.
Play that. Sometimes we might hit.
Nigga, please.
When somebody's in love with somebody,
She mine.
Sometimes something could be fun, even though that baby oil, boy, that baby oil.
She mine.
Baby oil didn't change that, boy. That baby oil didn't change that. When something funny, we got. Yeah, we got a little laugh. And if you ever got your heart broken as a man and you feel that you can't go on, we are here to reinvigorate you, to let you know. Don't worry about it. There's always hope.
It's a gabillion good coochies out here.
That's just some of the drops that you may hear.
Reminder. You might need that reminder.
And if we're very confused at a statement a woman makes, we play.
Say it like this: if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
Mr. Jefferson, that's when we're totally confused. That's when we have no
idea.
idea.
He got named after Lionel Jefferson for real? You think that's what his name is, Lionel Jefferson? You think he really?
I don't know. That's funny that it's Lionel Jefferson.
Lionel Jefferson. Which one? He's the first one or the second one? But either way, yeah.
Wait, which Jefferson were you?
Light skin and dark skin. Wait, 2 cops now. Yeah, we got 2.
We got 2 cops.
We got 2 cops.
We'll see how long the second cop stays on here, because we be running people off. We see how long. We see how long. And Mr. Jefferson, Lionel Jefferson, police officer Jefferson, if we think a woman has gotten, been intimate with somebody, we say
she got big dash.
Out there. So just wanted to give you a brief.
Giving you a little rundown. Some of those clips. It's hot on the block. Oh, they saying we got
it's hot on the block, Rick. We got the feds up in the feds. You said he was a cop. What are the feds? Why'd you say? We always gotta make it cooler. We always gotta BMF it. We got the feds up in here, yeah.
Cypher, plenty of people. Yes, he has. Cypher tells several people he enjoyed it.
The word, Cypher. Like and subscribe.
But you want to talk about the gray sweatpants now? He got a sergeant watching.
Talk that great press. Yeah, talk that talk now. She's the definition of entertainment. That's why she's still on TV. She's not the definition of entertainment. There is no entertainment. Entertainment was watching the Cosby Show, Living Single, In Living Color. This is just a bunch of people being reckless in front of a camera. There is no talent. Not too much on the hookah, Mike. I got my own tip. Okay, I got you. But old school people don't give a damn about hookah.
Envy McKee.
Envy McKee. Good morning, y'all. Shannon, what up, y'all?
We need some ovaries on the show. We need
ovaries.
Oh, speaking of cops, did you see the boy? The inmate is on the run. He was posting to Instagram.
He's saying he was innocent.
He's saying he's innocent. So y'all know that in New Orleans, it was those 10 inmates that broke out of jail. They got like all but 2 of them, right? They got like 2 still on the loose. One of them went to IG and posted how he need help from Meek Mills and Lil Wayne and Donald Trump to help him. Yeah, he said to Trump to help him because he innocent. And he said, when they catch me, I need y'all to come support me. And I'm like, well, matter of fact, here, go right here.
So I'm asking for help from the world, from Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence while I was in Orleans Parish jail. They said that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out. My name is Antoine Massey.
He said he didn't break out. He was let out. So he's saying it's deeper than that. They didn't give him the lawyer. He got all his paperwork. He got receipts, right? He need help.
So was he let out?
He said he didn't break out. He was let out. He's saying that they let them out. I guess it's semantics, like traveling versus driving. But either way, my man said they ain't even give him a lawyer. He might have had some legit points. He was saying a lot. Like, can you get down with like trying to get behind him and try to support him?
No, wow. I don't know enough about this shit, Jay. I have no idea. Good morning, Katie.
Well, it's 10 inmates. They got out. They broke out. Well, they got let out of jail. The guy turned the water off so they can have time to get through the pipe system, and they all ran away. 8 of them got caught. 2 still.
Oh, they ran through the pipe system. They didn't let you go, dog. If somebody has to turn the water off so you can get through the pipe system, they didn't let you go.
Well, that's what he's saying. The guy let him out by turning off the water prime.
So they didn't let you go. You had to finagle some way to get out. They didn't let you go. Hopefully the first one, the second one was corny. Hopefully the first one, the second one was corny.
I'm behind.
How long second cop stays here? I don't know. We'll see how long. We'll see for sure.
He still Lionel still. Remember I asked about the Lionels, the first line. But yeah, he's still here right now. All right.
Please play, please.
He did.
I did. I hit it. I hit it for that mic. You forgot one. What do you play if nobody likes you?
Oh, your song. Nobody.
And if we don't like somebody, and we really don't like them, then we let me play this. We play this right here. We don't like somebody.
Your fucking friends hate your bitches. Talking shit, no, that's just the fact.
This song goes so hard. I don't know why this isn't going bigger, Hookah, what is that? Sounds like another name for a bong. Exactly. See, man, the 55 talking that shit. He's like, what is that? Is it a bong?
Oh God, shit! They were all let out. Coco Cypher said they were all let out. See, Cypher maybe believing the guy.
Yes, I saw this yesterday. He said he was released while running through the hole in the jail cell. How? That's not released. If you are running, you're not released. Nobody runs. Like, I'm not saying he's not innocent. I'm just saying the notion that when you say they let me out, that means they open the cell and they say, "Yo, come on, you can go.
Come on, you good?
You good? You good?
You good? Just come this."
And they hand you your stuff. They be like, "Oh, you forgot this bag." And they hand you your stuff. You forgot your bag. Though.
Yeah, they're getting you to come out and go this way.
And then you got to go. Whenever you leave, even county jail, whatever, the precinct is always like 3 or 4 doors you got to get through. You gotta open it. Open door 5. And just always like, and you got to walk out. He was going through. He was running through something. If he was let out, march your ass down there with your paperwork. No.
He got his paperwork. He was like, "Yo, I got my
paperwork." For help from the world, from Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence while I was in Orleans Parish Jail. They said that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out. My name is Antoine Massey.
So he didn't break out. He was let out. And he said he didn't rape the girl. He got proof to show he didn't rape her. He got what do they call? I don't even know what they call it. He can't say rape. But either way, yeah. He said he got proof, and he didn't need. They couldn't even get a lawyer. They didn't give him one. You know, everybody get a lawyer. I was like, damn, Mike gonna feel sorry for my man.
I know. I mean, I'm not saying I don't feel sorry for him. I'm just saying the words that you're describing, you weren't released. You were running through some type of water pipes, and things had to be done. Like, I don't know, man.
So they let 10 black men out. Jeanette,
yeah.
Well, no, some was Puerto Rican, looks like. Some was, biracial. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you see them running. Everybody saw the clips of them running out. Everybody seen the clips.
Oh yeah, Mr. Jefferson. When things get too tough in here, when everybody gets too caught up and the emotions get high, we play this to break the.
Serious craving for something I want to eat. I need some cheese, tomatoes,
get your hands ready. Get your hands.
Maybe even some meat. I need some pizza. Every time I want that pizza. I go to David's Pizza.
Yeah, that's what we play when things get too stressful.
We get a little tense because when people they go back and forth at each other, we break it up. We break it up.
It gets tense. What in the Shawshank Redemption? Listen, I don't know what happened over there in New Orleans. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I really, y'all think we don't know about the reality shows? We really don't know. Pizza. And yes, we have 3 cops. Somebody reminded us we have legs too. Ain't you been a cop for 20 years and how you got a sergeant? Shouldn't you be the sergeant by now? Damn, Random Rick went in.
People's careers. Like, I'm Random Rick. I'm sure you've been in your job for a while. You ain't the head honcho. You ain't the CEO. What are we doing, Rick? Like, just
you still doing parking tickets?
Hey, why you ain't no sergeant? Why he the sergeant? Damn.
You been a cop for 20 years. You still got a sergeant?
Damn. That means you ain't good enough to get promoted.
What type of underachiever? You should be. What's the department that Law and Order they have what are they called? No, the something unit, the vice unit. Shouldn't you be part of the vice unit wearing regular clothes to work? Shouldn't you be undercover by now?
Came at his neck.
Damn, random. Mr. Jefferson essentially was saying it's a water pipe that you smoke flavor. Look, Nikki's so caught up in trying to explain a goddamn hookah.
Nikki Lover, who said she got her own tip, whatever that means.
Nikki saw that picture of him and she want to get all related. She wants to say, hey, let me tell you about the hookah. Yeah.
Did you send Nikki the link? We always like having ovaries on the show.
All right, so we got the cops on here. One more, Mike. What do you play when you want to make the mood more joyful? Well, I played the pizza. What else do we? Oh, you the original one. I'm sorry. Joe's Barbecue. When we really want to live and things.
Joe's Barbecue and Foot Massage. Joe's Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat.
How you know? I don't know. What is on dude's face? I think it was tattoos. I think they were tattoos. Yeah, you know, young people.
The inmate bull.
I didn't see no paper bags. I don't know what you're talking about with the paper bags. All right. Let's get to some structure. Because mine is gonna be here like, yeah, hey, he said, wait, let me grab my paperwork before I climb out this hole. He did grab that paperwork. He might be innocent. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He escaped from prison. I don't know.
Let out. He didn't escape. He said he was let out.
Do I look like I got enough time to read? I did barely research the big stories. I ain't got no time to research everybody talking about what you play, Mike. What do you play if you get new viewers? And what is
joining us?
Mike, what do you play if you got a new viewer joining us? I don't know. I forgot which one did I play. What did I play for that? Hey, Nyla, what up, mama?
Come on. Cam said he's delusional. Dude's delusional.
What do I play when we have a new? I don't know. I don't know that one.
Sergeant said, Black cop.
Look, Mr. Jefferson said what I said. Lionel said, when you're let out, you walk out. When you're escaping, you're running. That's what it is.
That's the definition of.
I mean, I'm telling you, I the times that I've been let out, I walk fast. Like
you might be so happy to get out, you could run like, yo, I'm out of this joint.
I had a little pep in my step, but I ain't.
Mike say other times I got let out. Dad, you been locked up before, Mike?
Yeah,
Mike said, who hasn't? Who hasn't been locked up?
Lou Sterrick, good. Had me up there in Dallas like multiple times. Jesus. God, I'm so blessed to be here.
All right, structure. What clips you got? You got a clip.
All right, so speaking of being a cop, Joe's Barbecue Foot Massage. Yeah, I played that. So we got officers. Mike, what if Mr. Jefferson gets hungry? I played the pizza.
I'm behind. I'm just going.
Oh, you're behind. All right, you're good. All right, yeah, Jay's super behind. I'm really doing hands. Yeah, you gotta do the hands. Pizza random. Stop giving me bad reviews.
He got a sergeant hand. Random Rick coming at his
profile pic. What is that? Is that his family, his daughters, or something?
It could be. Oh no, not with their butts out. No, they ain't his daughter. They ain't.
All right. Exactly, Mr. Jefferson. So this is when I saw this clip, I realized the first part of the clip, I was angry.
Okay.
The second part of the clip, I realized this is why I have to give respect to being a police officer, because the second part to this is why I couldn't be a cop. All right, so let me set this up. Police officers come up upon a car, and there's a child in the car, and the child's I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I think it's a girl. I'm not sure. I'm old school. Roll it, light it, smoke. Hey, Mr. Jefferson, I don't know you're supposed to say that if you're a cop. I don't know.
Yeah, sergeant too.
I guess it's legal. I guess it's legal now.
Yeah, he can have a card. He can have a marijuana card. He got anxiety.
You're gonna have to start wearing mega hats. All right, random wanna play. All right, so they find a child by themselves in the car. I think it's a girl, not sure. And the mom has an excuse. My mom has an excuse why the child has been left. So they had to get the child out. So this is the first part. Now this part I just got angry because I can't stand when people, no matter how many times we tell y'all not to leave these kids in the car.
Yes.
Anytime, especially in the summertime. But this is what happens when the cops roll up and they see the child in the car by themselves. Take it from here. This is the one. It's coming. Relax, relax. It's coming.
Mommy's coming out. She said open the door.
Okay.
Is my daughter okay?
Well, let's talk over here.
Okay.
She's okay now that the car's open.
Oh, I literally went in there for like 5 minutes. Like,
okay, well, other people have said otherwise, okay?
That something happens to my daughter. That's all I cared about. Woo, I almost
if you cared about it, then you wouldn't leave her in a car off.
Oh my God.
What time did you get to the gym?
I got here like 15, 20 minutes ago, like 20, 30 minutes ago. I went to the gym, I did my workout, and then I showered and came right back out.
So you did a 15-minute workout and
15,
shower?
20 minutes, like 5 minutes, and I came back out, like 20, 25 minutes total.
Okay.
Can I see it on the computer? She said she's been in here for 15 minutes.
7, 11. So she's exactly what time it is.
2 hours. She said she's been here 15 minutes? Yeah.
2 hours.
Do you want to go to jail for child abuse? Or do you want to tell us the truth right now?
I'm definitely telling you the truth.
You checked in the gym at 7:27 this morning.
Open the door for me.
Mommy's coming out.
All right. So at that point, I'm just like, what the hell? They just had 2 people leave kids in a running car in the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, so I'm frustrated. I'm like, what these people don't get?
Sergeant said child endangerment. She out of there.
Like I've seen one in San Antonio, Texas, where it was like 90 degrees outside and they had to break the car open. Well, the car was unlocked. And they took the mom to jail. So that's the first part. I'm just annoyed because I just don't know in 2025. I get it. We joke all the time. My parents, I'm 54. My mom used to leave me in the car all the time, me and my sister. Windows down, whatever. And she'd run in there, do groceries. But guess what? That was in the 80s. We found out, tragically, why you shouldn't leave your kids in the damn car. Anytime. Summertime, wintertime, spring, fall. But especially when it's very cold outside, it's very hot outside. Many people. Now, I know there's circumstances. There was one Amazon employee who couldn't get a babysitter. And she kept checking her kid while she was in the car. She went to work and she had the kid in the Amazon parking lot. And the kid turned the car off and didn't know how to turn it back on to get either the heat or the air condition. That ended tragically. This is the part where I realized I can't be a cop because you're about to. What do you do in this situation, Jay? If you're a cop, what do you do now?
In that situation?
Yeah, what do you do now if you're a police officer?
No, I'm with what the sergeant said, or the sergeant say that's child endangerment. To leave your child in a car for, honestly, the whole 5-minute thing is too long. We all know things happen within seconds, from somebody stealing your car to somebody getting hurt. Like you just said, maybe they accidentally hit the off button, so now the car stopped and now it's getting hot or whatever. So they have to go to jail for child endangerment, for child neglect. They have to have some. I know people are gonna say, well, she's a single mother. It's always an opposing view. And she's just trying to do this. She couldn't do this. She couldn't take the child in. She deserves her own time. So you're gonna have someone with an opposing view, which is very valid in some aspects. But when it comes to kids, they can't save themselves. I think it's zero tolerance when it comes to kids.
So this is the second part. And this is the
2 hours is crazy. Yeah, 5 minutes to 15 to 10 to 20 to 30 to the damn 2 hours is crazy.
No, she's lying crazy. She's got the crazy lie technique going down. So this is the second part, and this is where I realized
dummy of the week. Yes.
Stupid dummy of the week. So here we go. This is the second part of it right here.
I don't know what happened.
I don't understand why would you put your foot in.
I don't know what I did.
Oh, the kid crying.
Mom's right here. Come here. You want to talk to mom?
No, I might faint. I'm so serious. I might faint. Please have somebody. I know what I did. I might faint, you guys. I'm serious.
Is it dad?
Yes, I've never been locked up before, ever. I might faint. I'm not gonna make it back here like this at all. I will not make it.
She's not going anywhere.
I promise
Missy,
you guys.
she's not going anywhere. We're hanging out.
I will faint and literally back here.
Okay, can you not say that right now?
It's the truth.
Okay.
I can't
You're
lie
gonna make
to
it a
my
lot
daughter.
worse.
This sob story you're trying to do and play us against with her, it's not going to work, all right? So just stop. You're going to make it worse in front of her, okay? You're lucky that we're letting her stand right here with you. So just stop.
What other family member's going to call because he's not answering?
Oh my goodness. I have my friend.
Family members.
Oh my God, I don't know anyone else.
Okay.
You can try to call maybe my friend that
family members.
She's close to family. My dad.
I just called him twice. He didn't answer. Mommy's fine. We're not going anywhere, okay? We're just hanging out, all right?
We can call a fire truck for you. It's not going to change anything, though.
I think you might have to. I'm really not.
Your daughter's going to be here by herself with him. Because you're not coming out.
Please don't hurt her.
You're not coming out of those. Why would we hurt her? Why would we hurt her? This is the example you're trying to set for your daughter right now. Like we're the bad people. You're the one that left her unattended for 2 hours in a car. We are not the bad people here. All right. So don't try to pin us to be that in front of her.
Cops playing.
She's going to jail right now for child neglect. Okay. I don't know why, but she's having a hard time understanding of
All right, so they let her. I guess they let her go with the family friend. This is where I can't be a cop once the kid starts crying, this is where I'm like, this is out my pay grade.
Well, you got training for that, right? I think the cops, they got training for stuff like that.
God
Right?
bless y'all with the training. You can train all you want, but you got to train to turn, I guess, every emotion off. Because you're like, this kid is getting traumatized, but I can't send her home with this.
I just sent the link. If the sergeant want to click the link or Cypher, if they want to break that down,
I don't know, because a lot of the gym have on-site childcare. I guess a lot of them do. This one, I guess it didn't. It was Crunch or whatever. She could have worked out at home or went to the park with the. And this woman is totally wrong. But the delusion, her calmness, and her ability to just be like, she actually, there's more to it where she lied and said her tire blew out and that's why they pulled up. And she proceeds to explain, oh, well, it lost air or whatever like that. Your time ceases to There's no.
And the kid is trauma though. Now that kid is traumatized. She don't like the cops now, obviously, because they doing this to her mom. Like she's not getting it, and she's crying. Like she's going to be emotionally damaged.
I just know I'm not built, and this is why I have to give credit.
There's no.
I'm not built to make the proper decision. I'm not.
Yeah, the screams of the kid. That's when
I'm not built to keep this woman in handcuffs. But I also understand that this woman, if you listen to the conversation of her talking about a blowout that had nothing to do with anything, she's just making up stories. I never leave my kids in the car. Too much can happen. I know someone who left their kids in the house asleep to run to the store. House caught on fire. Oh my God,
damn,
that's horrible.
Damn. Or how old, man? Poor kids. They usually have tables and chairs when you walk in the gym. Sit her right there. She doesn't want to get a work in. Y'all left y'all kids in the car before. Everybody acting like y'all never did that. Y'all did it and ran right in that 7-Eleven to go grab something.
Oh, I walked in the Wawa. By my Lord, I walked in the Wawa.
Or to put that $20 on pump 8. Like y'all acting like y'all ain't never done it. Here I go now. Because y'all, everybody too good. Nah, I would never. Y'all did. And that's all it takes is 10 seconds, 3 seconds. It don't take no time. You saw Asha said about the whole carjacking thing early in the comment. So stop acting like y'all never did that. Y'all running there.
I went in to go grab some coffee on the regular and would run back out.
Bitch would go faint because she's talking about to faint.
We'll faint. We'll faint. We'll faint now.
Your kids was locked in the car, dummy. Maybe they was going to faint. Yes, this is what thoughtless parents. All right, here's the Sarge.
Zero tolerance when it comes to children. There's no such thing as a illegitimate child, but there is such thing as an illegitimate parent or illegitimate parent. Well,
oh, you can't put your personal views on it though, Sarge, right? You can't have your personal views. You have to stick to what the land of the law say. What does the law say? What does your training say? That's what you got to stick with.
No, he broke it down. She said she can't lie to the police, but started out with a lie about how long she lied twice about the time. I was like 10, 15 minutes, 15, 20, 15, 30, 45, 50, 55, 2 hours. If
anyone has a comment you want to share, you don't have to have your camera on. That's the link. You just hold on, copy and paste that link or hold it down. And if you're on YouTube, rather, not Facebook. But yeah, you can pop on and we'll let you get your comment on there.
They turned off the body cam. They can't show the kids, so they blurred the kid out. I mean, once again, I was playing this because I just wanted to say this is how difficult your job is. So I'm accused of,
training. I think they get training. Envy said training. Y'all don't get training.
Y'all can give me all the training in the world. Y'all can give me all the training in the world. When that baby starts crying and I'm sitting there trying to decide whether I'm gonna take them out of jail and there's nobody to come pick this kid up, and I gotta put one of these kids in CPS in those situations. When the nightmare stories I hear about that,
Stacey done diagnosed her with mental health. Talking mental health matters.
I think she was going through postpartum.
Yeah, that's how they do. That's what they do. For those who missed the other day, the show. Mike, good comeback. Good, but that was good. That was a full circle moment. And y'all missed it. You had to be here, but
remember y'all said it can last for a long time. Postpartum can go on for a long time. It can go for years. It could go on for years. Remember y'all told me it could go on for years. I'm just telling y'all what y'all told me.
Oh, that was a good one. They tried to get on Mike for that. And bam, all right.
They usually have childcare on site if she can't afford a gym that has it. Join the Y. It's free. But see, that's the thing. I think I can't be mad with Stacey Mitchell. When you hear the whole conversation, she's got some weird. I don't even know how she got to the tire getting blown out, and that's why they pulled up. So you walk into the gym, you just said, "Oh, it's in the tire blowout." While we're here, might as well. I'm gonna correct the mama, but I ain't gonna separate the mom and the child. Yeah, but you okay? Women got to stop making babies with men who ain't gonna be. Look, BC.
They called the baby dad twice and he ain't answer. So now BC says the baby dad fault.
Look at BC. BC, he didn't fell for the woman bullshit. Now somehow or another, now it's the man's fault. We don't even know if the man is doing everything.
He could have been at work. He could have been
at work.
He could have been doing anything, not tied up with his phone on being responsible. But that's his fault to say that's his phone.
BC, take your thong off.
Take your thong off.
Women gotta stop making babies. Why did you all of a sudden good? How did the man catch a stray in this? He got nothing.
Oh God.
I asked my brother who's chief of police in Cali. There is no excuse. Yeah, it would break my heart to have to take that kid away from the mom and know where we taking the kid. It's not like the kid can go with me. My God. Yes, a woman in Germantown about 15, 20 years ago left to go to the store. And when she came back, all three of her children had died in that fire. God, that is, oh my
that's
God.
crazy.
I don't even, yeah.
That's a bit much. Not for 2 hours. So what, is 10 minutes okay, Miss Clark? See, we start trying to
you gotta get a scratch off. Like, it only takes a few minutes to get a scratch off. Not at the store in front of my mom's house in the Burbs, windows down, and I have the keys. Yeah, but somebody can jump
down.
I don't know. I've done it. I left all three of my daughters at the Wawa and grabbed some coffee and ran and locked the doors and ran back in.
Thanks for being honest. So you locked the doors. You left with the windows up, doors locked, car not running.
Air conditioner, no car running, air conditioner on, everything.
So if somebody run up, break the window to open the door, and they car like.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
You was a bad parent, right? That was a bad parent move.
I walked in. Everybody's all good.
All because you being lazy. Just get it. Everybody, come on. We gotta get out the car. I gotta go in there and get this energy drink right quick. Y'all all coming with me?
Not me. I've never left my kids in the car by themselves. My granddaughter is 16 and my grandson is 14. I don't leave them in the car when I go out. We all go out, period.
See, I should say, everybody, we all getting out. Let's go. Everybody take the seatbelts off. Come on.
Yeah. I left the gun with Monty, so she was good.
What? What? Say you don't even believe in guns. That's all like, what? You left the gun. Monty, just hold it. It's already cocked. So if anybody
yeah.
all you gotta do is pull the trigger. It's a light trigger too. So
Am I sitting in the car like this?
You're the leader. You watch. You protecting the girl. Other shit's your sister. You're the oldest.
It's like a loaded, boo. It's like
LaShawn being honest. She said, "I done got gas.
I done got gas. Ran in. My card wasn't working at the pump, but they were old enough to get out the car." I forget how old my kids were.
Said they do get training. So they do get training for stuff like that.
We know they get training. Like, no surprise that they get training. I'm just saying, you could train me all day long, and I'm still all right. Let me get to Monty. All right, because the ruck is about to start. Too many carjacks with kids in the car for me to have left mine in the car. I put my sleeping child on blankets in the cart, no doubt. All right, let me make sure I got Monty's situation.
Oh, Cypher, he said you don't get training.
Oh, Cypher said you don't really get training on people leaving their kids alone.
Oh.
Out just goes under a child abuse umbrella of sorts. You get the totality of circumstances. Go from there. He loved that fucking.
He loved it. Totality of the circumstances. That's his favorite word.
Totality of the circumstances.
He get it. You got to get all of it. He didn't say that. Postpartum, he got your back with that one. He got
postpartum. All right, she's in the building. Let me get the intro. She is ready and set and ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing with Amani. Now, Amani, the floor is yours.
All right, girl. What up, girl? We got to hook up the thing to the StreamYard, but you're good.
I can, I can hear it in mine. That's the thing.
So just speak loudly. You sound fine. You sound fine.
Fine.
You sound fine. So welcome.
Thank you.
We'll get you your opinion on leaving kids in the car. Hey, real quick before we start, because I told you we are gonna go straight into it, so I lied. Let me just ask you this: how many times did I leave y'all in the car when I went to go get coffee at Wawa?
Hold on. Say it again.
Did I leave y'all in the car when I went to get coffee at Wawa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, right? So it was a regular thing.
Yeah.
How
Bad
long did I
parent.
leave y'all in there for? What? How long was I gone?
I don't know, but not like I mean, Wawa runs fast. So, but I've been left in the car for a whole grocery shopping spree. So,
How old were you when you got left in the car?
old enough that I didn't have a phone. I mean, young enough that I didn't have a phone. There you go.
That wasn't me. That was Stacy. That wasn't me. That was that. I didn't do groceries. That was Stacy.
That was Stacy and Nina.
Yeah, and then
Monty
so
coming
like
in just dropping therapy sessions because that's at least 45 minutes to an hour. You going to the supermarket, grocery shopping?
Yeah, but you're fine. Like I knew how to like turn the car on, put the air on, don't let the gas run for too long.
No, we can't normalize this, Monty. That was abuse.
Don't get mad because my kid knew what to do. Don't get mad. My kid was built for the streets.
Normalize that. No, I got questions now. I need to talk to the family. We need to have a family meeting. We can't be doing this. That was abuse. If we being honest,
I built my kids for I built up my kids for the streets. They knew. I turned this car on, honked the horn. That's what it is.
You'd have been in handcuffs. If Cypher would have rolled up on you, you'd have been in handcuffs.
I waited to get to the age where I was like, "Can I stay in the car?" And the answer was yes. So it's not like it was always just like that because we used to be forced to have to go in.
Therefore, they have to consider the best. All right, well, let's get to it. All right, girl. So before you start, let me make sure I got the clip. I was trying to get the second clip. I just couldn't edit it while I edited the first one. So I'll definitely have that for you. Where are you? All right, go ahead, girl. Set it up. It's Amani. Go ahead, Amani.
Just hilarious. Transphobic commentary. Unnecessary commentary. I actually saw this clip last week. And I had to stop myself because I ran to go tell Michael Sean about it. And then I was like, no, let me hold on to it. Let me wait for here's the thing. So show the clip.
All right, here we go. It's coming.
So I'm not saying that you got to live, breathe, die, fight the power, but you do have to have some things ingrained in the way that you move about your day, period, to understand that the work never stops. So we just got to find that balance.
And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting. There are other people who can have babies.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they have a uterus, they can have babies. But they just might not identify as woman.
Okay.
Those are two different things. Like you can be biologically female, but you can't be biologically woman. Because woman is a gender construct. A social construct. If you got a uterus, you can have a baby.
Yes, that's the point. If you have a uterus, you can have a baby.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we agree on that. So I'm not saying that you got to live, breathe.
Okay. So first things first, Breakfast Club, hire me. This is my demo. This is my resume. All right. Second, Just Hilarious is clearly a personality hire. We've all known this from the beginning, but it seems like the personality is just not doing its job. From all these clips I keep seeing, from all these interviews, and she's just either she's arguing with her co-host or now she's making these unnecessary, nobody asked for statements. Is a problem. And the comment was just unnecessary. And me and the thousands of other people in the comment sections of this clip also agreed that it was, number one, uncalled for, especially with somebody as big of a platform as she has. It was just distasteful. And I just feel like it was so random and she just wanted to kind of make this statement for what? Like, because if you listen to the fuller clip, like, we weren't talking about anything about trans people or things of that sort, but just more so about being open-minded and how the other lady is. And I honestly think it was embarrassing because she made this random statement like a bad kid in the classroom where you just said something and now everybody's looking at you and now this grown woman is talking you down like you're a 5-year-old who can't control your personal thoughts. So that's the thing.
All right. Well, it's ironic. It is ironic. That's the thing. Hold on. Let me get you a round of applause. So I know you. It's ironic because we had a huge argument.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Lady Q said not exactly, but had your beliefs. She was in your corner. That Just Hilarious had just blurted it out, and it was just something that that was unnecessary. But it was unnecessary, and the reason why we're playing the clip, and the reason why we're even talking about the interview, is because her unnecessary behavior. And I tell everybody that is the science behind this, y'all. The reason why we're still running with it and there are thousands of comments is because at the end, if she had not said that interview, we would never have talked about this interview at all. So like when it's personality based, it's all strategic on how to get everything to go viral and everything to be to get attention. But I will say this. Was she wrong in what she said?
She was wrong
with the information, not how she said it or when she said it.
So
with the information.
See, that's the thing. You could say she's wrong because at the same time, she said only women can be pregnant. But you know, we do have people in this world who do, you know, go by a they or a him and do have a uterus and don't consider themselves women. So it's like scientifically speaking, like the lady said, biologically, yes, you have to have a uterus to give birth, but there are people who do not claim being a woman who can give birth. So it's just like that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by unnecessary, especially in this time that we're like in right now with everybody fighting for this freedom of speech. There's a difference between freedom of speech and then just wanting to express your dislike or your hatred for something or somebody or how they live.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
So that's weird that you brought this up. I'm trying to get this clip. And give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second.
She said on the flip side, she's voicing what the large percentage of people want to say.
And that's fine, but we weren't talking about that. So now you just took everything that was valid about what you said doesn't matter anymore because it came off ignorant and just trying to be like, like that's the problem.
All right, so before I play the clip, two things. Because you identify with a woman, but the reason why you were able to have a child is because you are a woman. And I think that's where people start getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Because we're being forced to accept something that our common sense, our factual common sense, not our common sense on what we feel is common sense, but our factual common sense is being told to us, yeah, you can't say that. But I get the situation. Her blurting it out. I understand her blurting it out when the conversation had nothing to do with that was her agenda. Number one was her agenda to get attention. Number two was her agenda. I don't know if she has hate for the transgender community. I don't know. I don't know Just Hilarious. I met her twice. That was it.
And
but
she stood us up.
Oh, and she stood us up for the show. Facts on facts. Yeah, she stood us up for the show. And we're mad to the people who voiced this consistently. So this clip right here, I think people are starting to get a certain way because of situations like this that happened in this track competition. And it's the usual stuff that's been going on that people bring up. And trust me, y'all, I know it's a distraction from everything that Trump is doing.
To have a baby.
I just had it. Here it is right here. This is the clip. Ironically, you were talking about that. Here's a clip. Watch the clip real quick, though.
Took first place in 2 out of her 3 events in California's State High School Track and Field Championship. A.B. Hernandez's participation sparked a national controversy and triggered a last-minute temporary rule by the California Interscholastic Federation, the body that governs high school sports in the state. They added an extra slot specifically for cisgender girls in events in which a transgender athlete qualifies, as well as giving them an extra medal. This compromise came after President Donald Trump threatened to pull federal funding from California if she was able to compete, but it was not enough for some protesters.
It's ridiculous. We have to fight for our space so that we could compete and have our own thing. This is for women. This is for girls. He is a biological boy.
In an interview, Hernandez's mother responded to the criticism and defended her daughter's ability to compete.
When you see how happy this kid is being herself, you know, the first time I saw her come out dressed as a girl where she didn't have to hide it from me, I saw it in her face. So I was like, this is it. This is what she wants. I'm going to support it.
So go ahead. I'm going to give me 1 second. So this is where people, I think, get frustrated. And this is why
I got you, Envy. We're going to bring you up.
When Just Hilarious comes on and blurts something out, and I agree with you guys that when she blurts it out, she's bringing up an issue because she has a problem with something, but it doesn't coincide with what they're talking about. So yes. she wanted her agenda, and she also wanted likes and views. I think people get frustrated because we're like, why are we taking it to the point? And once again, this is a distraction from everything that's going on with this regime in this country. I get it, y'all. I get this is the divide and conquer. I understand that. But I know people are getting frustrated when you're going like, we know why she's winning the events. We know why she won.
Yes.
But we want to make believe that she won it because of her athletic ability when we know it's because she was born a biological man. And it gets frustrating because we know trans men don't desire to compete against other men.
No.
They never fight for the right to get on a basketball court or get on a track or get in a swimming pool to compete. And I think people are like, what? This situation is so blurry that people are like, we can't all make believe.
Yeah.
But we go ahead, Monty. Go ahead.
I feel like there's a difference because one, saying that somebody, if I was somebody who didn't see myself as a female, but I have a uterus and I can have a baby, that is just me deciding to go by a different pronoun, how I see myself, how I represent myself. Then you have a situation where you actually are pushing onto other people the fact that you are different. And that's like the big part. It's one thing just to respect yourself, to respect somebody and what they like to be called. And then it's another thing to literally force other females to have to compete against what is biologically a teenage boy or however old they are. And that's where I cross the line, because I'm all for everybody having their equal rights and their fairness. But at the end of the day, if this is what we're going to do, then we need to merge all women and men separated sports. That's what really needs to happen. There should be no more women and no more men, no more gender separation if this is how we're going to play it now. So the females who play football need to be with them NFL boys on the field. The females who play in the WNBA need to be on the same court as the men in the NBA. That's my whole thing with it. So it has to make sense. And we're not making it make sense. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. Even Bruce Jenner, and I'm not a fan of, or Caitlyn, sorry. I'm not a fan of Caitlyn either, but made a point of why would I want to do that? It doesn't make it. Why would you want to do that? Yes, you can still be you, but that's also a problem with why some people feel like being trans, it has to do with some type of trauma, because even though, yes, you are becoming the person who you always have been, does not mean you have to kill who you were. Like, yes, you should be proud of yourself, proud enough that you want to develop into who you want to be, but also take along who you were when you were born and brought into this earth as well. And if you have a hatred for yourself who was born, then that's a deeper psychological issue more than just a gender thing.
And I you make a lot of good points. Caitlyn Jenner is the biggest fraud in the history of frauds. Caitlyn Jenner is the biggest fraud in the history of frauds ever. And I'll just keep it. He or she, whatever, makes me sick on his flip-flop and the fact that this man will support Trump after all that and then go back and forth. Like, stop. And we want to get into you killing 2 people in a car accident. Envy, you joined the show. Give us your view on this.
First of all, you don't sound happy or interested or anything. Like, Envy's here.
No. Caitlyn Jenner just really. Caitlyn Jenner was the biggest plant in the history of plants.
Monty.
Hello.
When I tell you the biggest plant in the history of plants, for this man to become a woman and then get Woman of the Year was the biggest slap in the face to every woman in America by ESPN. That was the biggest propaganda scandal that I've ever seen in my life. And everybody fell for it and stood up and started clapping for the bullshit. And that's what it was. It was just a propaganda.
It can't be everybody, because everybody didn't stand up.
Well, there was a major stand-up. If you can go to YouTube and watch it. I watched it live. Oh, everybody was like, oh my God, yes, you're so brave. You're so brave for running a scam. Because that's what Caitlyn Jenner did. I'm not saying this for the trans community. I'm talking about that particular person is a miserable person. And if you look at the scandals behind him and the people that this person has actually killed, bless you, and got away with it in a car, it's a whole different scandal behind that Kardashian. Now,
you got one more sneeze, Monty.
I know.
God bless you, girl. It's an allergy.
Get cuts off.
All right, so go ahead, Envy. Well, and I am very excited to have you on here.
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to assume nobody in this panel is trans.
No.
It's safe to say. It's very safe to say.
So
I'm flaming heterosexual.
I'm going to say this, that as a woman, as a person who identifies as a woman, and as a human being,
Good morning,
we
Jessica.
can never understand what's going on with somebody that we are not a part of that group. But as a Black person, I can understand. Just
Sure.
remember, there was not that long ago where the leagues for Black people and white people were different, because the white folks looked at Black people like we were aliens. And what?
Oh, no, go. We
Somebody just said, "Why are you bringing race into this?" But
Yeah,
that's what somebody. That's what somebody just said. I love
I'm
it. though.
actually
I'm here
not,
for it.
because race also is a social construct, just like gender is a social construct. There are people in the comments talking about only women can have babies. No, females can have babies. Do you understand? And I think we're confusing our training, the marketing of the difference between men and women, Black, white, orange, purple, green. We create in a society. Yeah, Random Rick, you can have all the things. But the reality is that we're talking about human beings. And if we want to get to a place where we're in an equal space, we're going to have to look at each other as human beings, which is something that we do not do. I understand that we get caught up and we want to, okay, so what is sports? Sports it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. Some people make money off of this fun thing, but we turn it into a way to relegate other people out. I'm a preface this by saying I could care less about sports. I'm looking for ways to care less because I don't care. I know that other people do. But what is the difference of having somebody who is biologically male who identifies as female playing in a sport? Like, what does that take away from women?
That's like if you got into a fight in the street with a female, you had the option whether you're gonna fight this female or whether you're gonna fight this dude. Which one do you feel like you're going to win? Which one do you feel like you have the better capacity and the ability
And
to
you just
defend
made the
yourself?
point. You just made the point. Because first of all, why are you out in the street fighting? Do you know what I mean? Like,
But
you don't need to be fighting.
That's like, okay, I was in high school, had social issues. Everybody gets into little things in high school. It happens. Sometimes
So
it's not
is
your
Envy
choice.
defending?
Sometimes it's just a situation. But I will say, I very much would feel different if it was a guy yelling and screaming at me and getting into a verbal argument with me than if it was a woman verbally arguing with me. And I feel like because you don't care about sports so much, I've seen people who I went to school with, that was their only way to go to college. That was the only way to fund any type of anything that they were going to have. That's all they had. So for me, seeing girls go through track, go through gymnastics, go through basketball to get to that point, yeah, if that was my only way out, that's how I'm going to get my education. That's how I'm going to get my degree. And you're telling me that this person who biologically, and I respect everything about the LGBTQ community, but biologically, our odds are very much against each other. The same way when they have the NFL players and the NBA players do their ability and agility tests to see if they'll be able to get on the team. If you have a trans woman do that test against a biological woman, that trans woman is
Biological
going to do better.
female.
Biological female. The trans woman is going to do better. And that is just a fact.
But I get what you're saying, but I also understand that if you're excellent at whatever you're excellent at, a trans person on the team is not going to take anything away from your excellence.
No,
when
they
they're
are.
biologically
Like,
better.
How are they taking away from it?
Wait.
Yeah, I thought Envy was defending
Wait,
this. This is gonna be good now. Let's see how this goes.
That's like so if you want it to be fair, that's like what I said. So then gender needs to be removed completely. And now women in the NBA, WNBA need to play with the men in the NBA. And the women who play in the NFL need to play the same way. But guess what? It's not gonna happen. Why do you think it's already seems so different if somebody gets into a domestic dispute with a female than compared to a domestic dispute with a male? That's looked at very differently. When you call the cops and say, hey, he hit me, that's a different response in society than, hey, she hit me.
But why is it a different response in society?
Because they're built, men are built different than we are. The same way we're built to have a child, have a baby, like we have our things that they don't have. We're wired differently that they are not. A man can beat you easier than somebody of your stats. Like me being 5'3", and I have the option to fight somebody who's 5'3" or fight somebody who's 6'4". I'm gonna want to fight the person who's 5'3".
And so you've never met a biological female who could beat the brakes off of a man.
Well,
But that man and those men were in the lower statistics of the average height to weight, of the average this to that. So it's usually a scrawnier man, somebody who reflects a female more than a man.
All right,
Clarissa Shields versus Michael Sean. Mike can't beat Clarissa Shields.
I can't beat Clarissa Shields, but this is my thing about excellence.
Also 5'7".
Well, when we're talking about excellence, when you have a trans woman breaking records in swimming or in track that are being set by women, and she's a trans woman, you're taking away from their excellence. They are the best at what they're doing, except that you're not a biological woman, so you have a clear advantage.
Why you call it? Listen.
Listen. All the wordings. If I'm getting the wordings,
is not a biological term.
I don't care, because this is what happens. Everybody pivots to their wording, and but
it's not my wording. What I'm doing.
What do you want me to call? Okay, what do you want me to call her? What do you want me to call her? So we can get back to the point. So I can get this right.
Go ahead.
She wants you to say women. You can't say female. She gets offended when you call them females.
Okay, a woman.
You do. When I say female, you like, I'm a woman. Don't say female. You usually get
because I'm a woman.
Okay, so what
I'm a woman.
This is what boggles my mind. It's women who are the ones their positions are being taken.
I don't feel like my position.
But women are in sports. But women in sports, their positions are being taken. There are
so many trans people that there's no room for. There's so many trans people in the sport. There's so many, right?
No, they're not.
Okay, so how are the positions of women and girls being taken by all of these trans people?
Because once again, they're not. And once again, I specifically said that this discussion is a distraction that they've made political because they want us to be distracted from this regime that is taking power. And that's what they are. They're not an administration, they're a regime. So I've said that from the beginning. But since we're talking about this, when a Villanova record breaker has a record and people are striving to break that record and a trans woman breaks it, it is an unfair situation. It just is. Because we know you didn't break it because you're the best woman.
So how many trans men are in sports?
So what you're saying is something
energy about trans men.
So what you're saying is something's wrong and it happens sometimes. It's okay.
I didn't say any of that.
Well, you just said
no. I'm asking questions just to get some context about why everybody is so mad about women. But nobody's saying anything about trans men.
Because trans men never want to go against they never want to go into the sports. That's what my logic goes. I'm like, we see why trans men don't want to compete and don't want to say, I'm a man, I identify with a man, I want to compete against a man. We know why you don't want to. Because you'll lose. And you won't take a scholarship. And you won't break a record. In actuality, you'll come in last. So the fake self-esteem boost, which everybody needs by achieving at something, which we all need that in our self-esteem to achieve, go like that feels good, that fakeness doesn't work for you because all you're going to do is realize you're not as good as the men. So that's why people have a problem logically with this situation. That I don't get, I don't understand where everybody, when people start going, it only happens sometimes. Not you, Envy, but people are like, it's only 1%. Okay, so that means the 1%. If something is wrong 1% of the time, we can let it slide. And that's for all the people who say it's only 1%. It's only 1% of the track and field and whatever, so we can let it slide. But then when we have an MMA fighter who comatoses a woman MMA fighter, then people go like, well, this could be dangerous. Yeah, it could. But we're supposed to live in this make-believe world where we go like, he identifies as a woman. Let him get in there and We gotta
Envy,
respect it.
you're on an island by yourself, Envy. Ain't nobody.
And I don't care because
on
the
the island.
reality is this is a human issue, and I get where everybody's point is coming from. I understand, and because I'm not a sports person, I'm not trying to interject myself like, oh my God. But I also recognize that we're in this space where people are more angry. Like even what I'm noticing in your comments, Mike, how it's more angering because the idea that somebody would want to be something other than what they were born into. And lots of people have that because that's the marketing. And I'm on the side of humanity. I don't think that transgender people should be in their own separate league, because how is that different than having the Black League? There are comments talking about one transgender person is too many. We tend to, with things that we don't understand. Like I said, I am not a trans person, so I cannot speak for trans people. I am not a gay person. I cannot speak for gay people. I am not I'm not on that queer spectrum, but I have friends who are. And so I always err on the side of humanity. And because I don't understand it, it's not for me to understand, but I'm defending people's right to exist, and I'm defending their right to want to play sports and be a part of a community and all the things. I understand why people are so angry about it, because they don't understand it. But I guess the difference for me, I'm just defending people's humanity.
You do acknowledge there is an advantage, though, right? There has to be. You do acknowledge that.
See, but that's
Can
why
you
I'm
not-
gonna say, like, I
No,
feel
wait,
like-
Envy. Is there an advantage between a man versus a woman biologically?
I guess it depends, because like I said, I have seen women who are 100% fully biological women that can walk the dog and the park of men in basketball, in swimming, in tennis, in just every sport you can name. And then there's some who can't. There are men that would dominate in some sports, and they get against women and they can't. So it's like, I think it's an individual thing. And believe me, I am empathetic for the people who are like, well, I don't want my daughter competing against this biological boy. I get it. Everybody has the right to their own worldview.
Okay, so my
question becomes, at what expense?
I feel
trans people are here. They exist. They're here.
And nobody wants them to go away, but it's not so much always about just being homophobic or transphobic, because that's definitely not what this panel is. Absolutely not. But it's based off of principle. We were just in a time not too long ago where I could have all the credentials as a female. I'm supposed to get this job. I'm supposed to get this promotion. This is supposed to be mine in every shape, way, or form. But because the person I'm going against is a man, he's going to be able to come in and take that job and take that opportunity from me. So this is a long occurring issue.
But the thing is that the men were there first. The men had taken those positions, and women were trying to get
exactly.
into
So we can say the men were there first, and that's why they were able to take that position for me. If I was born a female, then I was here first, and this is mine.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the way that society is set up, the patriarchal society, they set it up that only men were in those things. And so how were you able to even apply for that job? Feminism. And who was a part of the reason why? It was feminism, and trans women were a part of that movement.
Well, we're not going to get into feminism now. We're going to save that for later on, because there's a lot of debate on feminism and employ and everything that went along with that. And Gloria just come out and said it was a setup, but I don't want to get all into that. That's something I'll let Envy and Dr. Smith get into, because there's so many layers to that. I think when you say you're for humanity, and I agree, and I believe, I know you are for humanity and the rights of people in humanity. I think people get frustrated that if I see something and I know what that is and what that person is, I have no problem with calling somebody a woman if they identify as a woman. I have no problem with it. You identify as a woman? Okay, you're a woman. It really means nothing to me. But when somebody somebody also has the right to say, I don't have to if I know you're not. So if we're for humanity and everybody's rights, I also have to defend not the rights that convey my moral feels, but I have to have the right. If somebody says, I don't want to call you a woman because you're not, they have the right equally, just like you have the right to identify as a woman. They have the right to say, but you're not. And I think it gets kind of...
That's where the languaging comes into play, right? Because they're not female. Do you get what I mean? They're not biologically, and nobody's going to get an argument. You're not biologically female, but you are a trans woman. You're not biologically male, but you're a trans man. And that's where the languaging is important. Do you get what I'm saying?
Languaging doesn't matter if somebody doesn't care.
No, I get it.
You're going by. So
I get it.
Just going over like the whole point. Like if I wanted to just be a disrespectful person, I could just be a disrespectful person. Just cause I feel like it. And like you said, you have every right to do that. It might not be nice, but you have every right to express those feelings. And that's just what it is. The same way, like it just goes around in a circle. But if somebody doesn't want to call you what you want to be identified as, it's not a language. It's I don't believe what you believe, so I'm not going to play.
Okay. So let's put it in a context that every Black person in here can understand. White people, come on. You know why? Do you know why? You know why it's important? Because a lot of people do not have context about what I'm trying to express here. Black people, we'll go this way. White people made up race. Because there is no biological evidence that there's any difference between anybody else besides melanin, right? White people put up all these things. They called them mongrel. Caucasian's not real, but it was like Caucasian. It was Mongolian or something else. Negroid. All these things. They made it up to justify being able to put themselves at the top of the heap. They made all that shit up. Right? And so they use that information. They put it in school books. They put it in the lesson planning. All the things that we experience today is because white people and whoever that team of white people were decided that they needed to prove that Black, brown, and indigenous people were inferior to them. Not true. They made up the science. And that is anybody can look that up.
Okay.
They made up.
We got it. Wait. We got it. Go ahead. Continue.
So my point in saying that is that we as Black, brown, and indigenous people are already as the basis for how we show up. Now we have to punch down, right? Because even when you think about the constructs of gender, that's made up too, as a way for men to say that they are better than women. Male people are better than female people. So all of this shit that I'm allowed to curse, right?
Yeah,
that we have going on here is made up. And we're on this platform defending the things that were made up so that we can say, well, we're better than this, and this is not true, and this is real, and this is true, and whatever. All of it's bullshit.
But biologically, see, this is where I hate bringing race into this. Biologically isn't made up. See, this is where this whole thing. This is why I don't like. Wait, I'll let you talk. This is why when you start bringing race up, it just goes somewhere where I just like biologically that isn't something that man made up. That is what happened. That is what it is. So when we're not,
are you bringing biological into this, that there's more than just male and female genders?
No, because gender has feeling. We've accepted this in 2025. You feel how you feel. It doesn't. If you're Black, it doesn't matter if you feel white. You're still Black. And if you're white, it doesn't matter if you feel white. You're still Black. You're like, it's not a feeling. It's a fact. It's something that you cannot hide. You cannot get rid of. You cannot act like it never existed. You just are what you are. And gender is a feeling. I know trans people, and they will say, yes, I never felt like I was me. I never felt like people saw me for who I am. If I sat up here today and wanted to tell y'all that I am a white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired white woman, yeah, that's how I feel. But that's not what it actually is. It's very different. Race is really just what it is. Everything else includes feelings and emotions and mental space and everything of that sort. But we have to stop making it like race is an option, like a lot of these other things, and it's not. It's not.
Well, my whole point was that none of it's real.
Transgender, homosexual agenda does not level out with race. Get the comments, y'all.
I'm behind, but Curtis Clark ain't trying to
woman
hear.
is all over the place talking about race, but don't believe in white women feminism and black women feminism. Go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Jefferson. Male and female is God given.
It is not. The science says differently, and I'm looking it up so that I can say it out loud.
Misleading, bad information. It's not made up. God made men. God made women. That's
and then the funny part, you're coming from the Bible, which is also made up. Okay.
All right. This is why this is America. We know.
Who wrote it?
Go ahead, Mike. You want to try to read all the comments?
Let me read.
He's gonna read them all.
Let me read these comments.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
This is why this is America. We know what you're saying. I think we all understand you're going to the extreme on the subject as if we're just stupid. We don't need a history lesson. Next
I don't think you're stupid.
That's where you need to understand the difference between gender and sex.
Thank you.
There you go. Race and sex is separate category. You were trying to mix apples and oranges.
I am not.
Curtis,
I was just trying to bring context.
You got any more? Gender is not based on feelings. It's based on the fact that God made two genders, men and women. That's the bamboozle. So that means you're not real then. Question.
I guess.
Lady Q said facts envy.
Thank you.
I don't care about your signs. I'm going with what God said, not man.
Okay.
She's BS. Yeah, Curtis Clark ain't trying to hear you, but yeah.
I'm not worried about Curtis. This is about expanding out, being willing to see things differently. And what I notice, especially in the Black community, is that people are not willing to see things differently. And let's be clear, the Bible is not a biological, factual, scientific document.
But how can you want people to see things differently, but you can't see why people would feel the way that they feel about
I literally said that I do see where everybody's coming from. But at
the same time, it'll be, but I don't care. So it's just like, I don't know.
No, I didn't say I don't care. I don't agree.
But it's very exactly, but you don't agree, and we're supposed to be okay with the fact that you don't agree that God.
But y'all don't agree, and I'm supposed to be okay with the fact that y'all don't agree.
But we're supposed to be. We're supposed to understand and see from a different view and perspective to somewhat agree with where you're coming from. And I just
did not ask for agreement.
Like I
understand where y'all are coming from, and I did my own research, and I talked to people, and I understand the humanity of people. That's why I can come here and have this stance. It does not.
Do you feel if that I've had a trans person tell me, I've had somebody who transitioned from man to woman tell me that they do not feel as though it is fair for them to compete in a physical sport or activity with a biological female. How would you that now what? What are we doing?
Keep talking about feelings. And I don't feel that the feelings have anything to do with it, but that's your perspective.
But you're speaking for you said you're defending the community, correct?
No, I cannot speak for the community. I am not.
But you said earlier you're defending them in this battle.
That's linguistic convenience because I see where this conversation.
Okay. Let's wait. Okay. Let me read these.
I'm saying you're not a part of the queer trans community, correct? So I'm saying you're defending, but somebody from the queer trans community who went through it, who felt it, who experienced it, said that they don't feel like that is a fair thing. And you're saying it's not about feeling, but if that person feels like they're a woman now and not a man anymore, then we should respect that, correct?
Yes, I believe you.
Okay, so we should.
All right, let me read. let me read these. Let me read these comments. I understand
I
both
done
sides,
passed all
and I have dated trans, so I may have a different perspective than some.
Come on, Drea.
There might be more to it. Is there more to the comment, Jay?
Okay.
No.
No. To Drea, no.
Damn, I need a I need a vodka and pineapple. Why do you need to take a stance? This is a conversation between people. So what makes your science book scientific and factual? Then if that's the case, nothing is real. And we all know that's a lie. Right. People don't want to face the truth. They always want to twist it in an agenda. I just want to say this. When we're talking about these people,
agenda, sis. I don't.
I think we all need this. We're talking about the societal situation. And y'all making everything like personal. She's doing this, he's doing that, she's doing this. We're talking about the overlook of what society is going through. We're not talking about envy, and we're not talking about money, and we're talking about the overlook of what is going on in society. So this is every comment that's being said by Envy, me, Monty, J Black is being said by people in society. So just understand, when you make these comments, we're making comments based on what we feel this society. For me, I'm making these comments based on what people are going through in society. And my other comment is when Envy said people are punching down. See, terms like that, punching down, people aren't punching down. To me, people are saying, I just don't believe that. And because you just don't believe that doesn't mean you're punching down. It means you're going, I don't believe that. And I think people get.
What do your beliefs have to do with how somebody sees themselves? Do you understand?
But this is what I'm saying. How you respect how they see themselves. So also respect how somebody's belief in how they are being told to translate that, to interpret that. Like, this is what I'm saying about this whole thing. Everybody wants rights for this, rights for that, freedom of speech for this, freedom of speech for that. Till the freedom of speech isn't convenient for them. So the freedom of speech is saying something that they don't believe in. And that's been a whole with
I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, not for me. If you're talking to me, I don't know if that's a thing. I believe that everyone has the right to exist the way they exist. And if that's what you're going to do, okay. Because there's no skin off my nose.
But when he said, so if I just decide to not believe in what you feel or seeing or experience, you said, well, what does it have to do with your beliefs? That's what I'm saying. It's very I don't know. You're not like staying on one solid ground, and you're like teetering and tottering. And this isn't a great way to voice for the community. I don't feel like. I don't.
Because I'm not in the community. I am representing humanity. So I'm not going to be able to be up here and be able to say how a trans person feels. And I watch Pose. Okay, that's it.
The simple sentence of why does your belief have to matter, when he says if he chooses not to believe in what somebody's feeling or experiencing, goes against everything that you literally built up to in this entire conversation.
It doesn't, though. What I literally said is that when people how people show up is how they show up. And my job is either to accept it or not. If I can't accept it, that's my work to do. I choose to accept it. It is not a belief, it's a choice. Right? So I don't have to understand what trans people are going through to recognize their humanity. I don't have to be like, oh, I get sports to recognize their humanity. What you're saying is, because you don't believe that people can show up different ways, then that means they don't have a right to whatever they want to do or however they decide to do.
And realistically, nobody has the right to do whatever they want to do, however they want to do.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Linguistic convenience.
To all of this,
so
but
society decides where people belong and where they don't. That's my point.
One at a time. Wait. I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna do this again. One at a time.
Come on, moderator. Come on.
All right.
Monty Street continues. She debates with every guest we ever have on.
Wait. Everybody, wait. Monty, you're gonna say your piece, then I'm gonna say my piece, then Emmy's gonna say what she's gotta say. And then we're gonna wrap it all up. We're gonna wrap it all up because we're going in circles. Go ahead.
Is that people who don't look at trans people as human, yes, lack humanity, and that's being transphobic and that's being a hateful individual. Now, somebody just not agreeing with it is very different. That's like an atheist and a Bible beater. You respect each other as human beings, but you just don't respect what each other believes in. And that's it, and that's all. And there's no issue and no problem with that. It might suck, but that's just what it is.
All right, Envy, go ahead. And then I'm gonna wrap up, and then we're gonna move on because we need Joe's barbecue. Joe's barbecue.
The only thing I want to say is that people's humanity is not debatable. That's it.
Okay, and there was one. I think people. I will say this for me. It becomes my situation where my understanding becomes a priority when you asking me to say, do, or act a certain way. Then my understanding becomes very important. Then it becomes valuable because now you're asking me to do something, say something, or take something, a belief, and go, I'm going to go along with it. That's when other people's understandings become important. So with that being said, the worst term, I hate this term, and I've been told this, and this is why all my marriages ended. I can't. This is why every marriage ended because of this term, and I hate this term. We will have to agree to disagree, and this is why I am single because I've never allowed to just go on and be. I need to win. Okay, so anyway, thank you, Monty. Here's the thing: every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, I will have all your clips. Make sure we'll get it in the night before. Let them know how you want to end it, Monty. Something you want to promote, what you want to do.
Go follow my TikTok, guys. It's just Monty. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Here's the thing with Monty. Thank you, girl. Love you. Talk to you soon. All right. Woo, goodness.
And if y'all ever want to catch Envy McKee, she has her own wordradio.com, the Envy McKee Show, where she gives her views and her opinions. Even if you don't agree with them, she stand on what she believes and what she says. And as you can see from today, Envy don't play.
EnvyMcKeeShow.com, EnvyMcKeeShow.com, EnvyMcKeeShow.com.
And if you ever gone on Envy Show, it's a lot different from this. When I leave, unlike when I leave, I feel when I leave Envy Show, I feel very rejuvenated. So it's a whole different ballgame. All right. Nikki White Chocolate was calling me on my phone. Nikki, how am I supposed to answer the phone and you gonna call me while you see what's going on? Like where did you buy your unicorn? LaShawn, I've been looking for it.
They got their own comments. The
ADD kicks in here.
They be all in. They be all in. That was healthy. I like a healthy debate for people to speak their thoughts. See what happened, Q? This is what we do here, Q. Sergeant Lionel Jackson, he said he had to work out. Randall Rick was just like, calm down, everybody. Nyla wasn't trying to hit. I don't know. That was good, though. That was good. I like a healthy debate. I love opposing views. There's always an opposing view, and I love it.
All right, do we have something mindless we could talk about? Is there something mindless?
No, it's not.
Before I go to work. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Thank God. It's 9 o'clock. We did it. I wonder.
Much respect given to you. Hopefully you come back, Sergeant. Hopefully we, because sometimes these conversations people get upset, and they like K-Day here was exploding. Randall Rick was tired of it. Like,
and it's okay. That's how you know you're growing.
They said we're okay, Jay. We'll pass on. Okay, I'll pass on that plug. See,
we'll pass on that plug.
No, because I tried. She's not rocking with you, Envy.
No, and that's okay because the show is not for her.
That's true. Everything ain't for everybody.
Everything ain't for everybody.
But yeah.
Oh, where's my Joe? Where's my Joe's bar?
You gotta break that up, Mike.
My God.
Like Trendsetter's still going. He said in Texas over here, God created.
Okay.
He telling you what they do in Texas. They did not create trans.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat.
Nobody's ever heard of Two Spirits. Nobody is indigenous.
I have no idea.
I tried to have the same debate the other day. It was exhausting.
Girl, Lady Q, the show is for you. So EnvyMcKeeShow.com, Lady Q.
Curious craving for something I want to eat.
Yeah, Drea.
I need some cheese, tomatoes, and olives.
I want to talk about Drea dating a trans. That's what I want to talk about.
I need some pizza. Every time I want that pizza. I go to David's Pizza.
David
Was it a
Pizza,
trans man?
209.
I need to know where he got that shirt.
I want to know what trans Drea dated. Was it a trans man or trans woman? What they?
What difference does it make? She might
Were
be
they transitioning? Was
we
the
just
transition?
we just nosy now. I didn't know
I'm
that
just
about
nosy.
Drea.
Yeah, she said it. She was
Drea,
it's a free show. Everyone's open and honest. She admitted it. Was they fully transformed? Was
You had it like I know the answer to this question. But have
You
y'all
think
ever watched Pose?
No, somebody else said they love Pose earlier. They said we got where's it? What Netflix? Wait, is that
it's on Hulu right now. I think it was on Netflix. It's on Hulu right now. It is brilliant. It is a brilliant.
Really quick? Is it what? It ain't guys kissing guys and all. Like what is it exactly? What is it? Is it transgender? Like what? Just be honest. Like what is it?
It's about the 70s. Well, I'm gonna say 80s and 90s ballroom scene. And
Yeah,
so
Jay's
ballroom,
out. I'm sure it's great. Jay's out.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
ballroom scene.
Jay was stunned.
Yeah, ballroom. So it's the just think of the whole community. There's a lot of dancing. There's a lot of music. I thought it was fabulous.
I have heard the Two Spirits Afro Queen
Thank you,
said.
Afro Queen. Yes, Two Spirits.
I didn't even get to show the one Lies Detective clip. All right, I gotta go. I thank everybody.
I'm digging this show. See, the sergeant said he's digging us.
Digging the show. I greatly
The
appreciate
black
it.
cop.
It's a
The
real
black
deal. I
cop
like
is digging us.
Real deal conversation. We
It's
definitely
real
coming back.
conversations here.
Your lifetime member now. Thank you. Please subscribe. Please
All right,
like and
Lionel.
subscribe. Thank you, Lionel. And don't mind Jay Black asking if you were the first line on the Jefferson.
Lionel
I
Jefferson.
dated a few. Yes. I love that for you.
Wow.
Dated a few. There you go, Drea.
So that means she has to be bisexual because if you haven't got all your body parts fixed,
Oh
that
my
means
gosh. Goodbye.
I'm just trying to understand. This is
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.